Hello, everyone. Please rise and join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, and welcome, friends, family, and classmates, to the Class of 2026 graduation ceremony. My name is Cooper Meyer, and I had the honor of being the senior class president this year. I want to welcome all of you, and thank you for being here today. Google defines a home as a dwelling place or environment where a person resides. I'm going to define it a little differently. A home to me is a group of people who make each other better. A group of people who care for each other. And a group of people who are family. My fellow graduates have made this place a home for not only myself, but for everyone around them, from teachers to friends, to mothers and fathers. Everyone shares a sense of togetherness. To my fellow students, in the years to come, when there are moments of loneliness, I hope you come to appreciate the feeling of home found at Polk. I hope that as you have moments of struggle and failure, you come to appreciate the support of the people who have helped build you. And as you have moments of doubt, you come to appreciate the people who have inspired you. As for me and my fellow classmates, I know our inspiration came from our mentors and teachers. The people who guided us to where we are now, who took a leap of faith on us and gave us the support we needed to be incredible in our journey. Our sincere thanks goes out to you. I also want to thank our families and friends who are behind the scenes of our lives, helping us find the solutions to our problems when we don't know the answer, and bailing us out when there's a math test tomorrow. And lastly, to my classmates, what a time it has been. It's going to be hard to let go when my head is filled with so many good memories of you guys. With this, I want to again thank all of you for all you have done, for a great 4 years, and for making this place feel like home.
Good evening. My name is Kenzie Davis, and I'm honored to be able to speak to all the staff, families, and my fellow classmates today. I moved here from Hendersonville in 3rd grade, and although that does not seem like a big move, It felt like the end of the world to an 8-year-old. I was appalled by the lack of restaurants in town, the worshiping of the local Waffle House, and the amount of country music being played everywhere. I'm still salty about the senior song, by the way. Even though I have never gotten used to the last one, I have grown to appreciate Polk and how close the community is. There have been some moments at Polk County schools that I will never forget, like when I tripped and face-planted on the track while cheering at a football game, when Miss Flynn accidentally played the uncensored version of the song Thrift Shop by Macklemore on her speaker during science class in 8th grade, or when the fire alarms went off like 10 times, so we had to keep going outside in the freezing weather over and over again. The best part about Polk is that I see a friendly face everywhere I go, and have met some truly amazing people, most of which I owe to the school system. I feel overwhelmed with gratitude for the educators and mentors that have gotten me where I am today. I'd like to thank Ms. Connett for submitting what feels like hundreds of letters of recommendation for me, even when I asked for some of them very last minute, as well as helping my love for reading grow. All of the teachers that I have had over my years in Polk County schools have been fantastic, and I'd like to specifically mention my English teachers. Ms. Ferran was with me through all of my phases in middle school. There was never a dull moment in Mr. Hensley's class, and Ms. McCammon has the most welcoming classroom a student could dream of. The people who I owe my success to are my family. My parents have been at every game, dance competition, or award ceremony possible, and have all of the pictures on Facebook to prove it. To my mom, you are the strongest woman I know, and have sacrificed so much to help get me where I am today. Whether it was driving me to all my extracurricular activities, giving me advice, or simply just giving me a hug when I need it, thank you. Although we always dread driving hours to and from dance every week, the conversations that we have in the car each day are so special. Dad, you work so hard to help me succeed, and I hope to have even half the work ethic and dedication that you have in my career. You have the insane ability to fix anything, and whenever I have a problem, I know I can always call my dad. Also, don't worry, I forgive you for the extreme competitiveness and OCD that I inherited from you. And lastly, how could I forget my sister? Jaden, we have been best friends since I was born, and I seriously could not imagine a life without you. You have helped me through friendship breakups, bad outfit choices, and hard situations. Every time we hear the songs Ribs or Slipping Through My Fingers, we instantly look at each other and cry, and I think that shows that you mean the world to me. Keep in mind that I'm the original, and you will never find another friend that's as good as me, so let your friends know that they can't even try. I'd also like to thank all of my friends who have helped me through middle school and high school with their advice and kindness. Specifically, I'd like to thank Brooklyn Jones. We have had nearly all of our classes together since 6th grade, and I really do not think that I would know where I was going in the hallways or in life if it were not for her. The funniest part about our friendship is that we really do not have much in common besides cheer. We have different values, different backgrounds, and I always make fun of her country accent. This leads me to the advice that I would like to give my classmates as we move on to the rest of our lives. Do not be afraid to make friends with people who think or act differently than you. A world where you surround yourself with only those who are similar to you is a boring one. Reach out to new people, try new things, and you will succeed. My last piece of advice that I would like to share with my classmates is to remember to slow down. No matter what you're pursuing after graduation, life will get overwhelming, and it will be hard to stay present instead of worrying over the future. So lastly, in the words of Billy Joel, slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Congratulations, class of 26, and go Heels.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and of course, my fellow graduates. Although this is probably not how most of us, including myself, pictured graduation day, I am grateful to everyone who came to show support to whoever they may be watching across the stage tonight. I truly believe that everyone in this arena has had an impact on someone sitting here in a cap and gown. As my fellow seniors have inched closer and closer to this day, there is one phrase that can often be heard from every senior's mouth: I can't wait. Whether you can't wait to graduate or can't wait to go to college, or even that you can't wait to get out of here, it seems as though everyone is excited to begin a new chapter. Although there have been times where I have felt the same, especially in a small high school where rumors get spread like wildfire and everyone knows everyone, recently I have come to disagree with the common phrase of I can't wait. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Charlie Doozenberry. One thing I can tell you about myself is that I've never been a big fan of change. I was the kid who cried after every graduation from elementary school to middle school, and you will probably see me crying at some point today. I cried when all my siblings left for college. I even cried when I had to get rid of stuffed animals that cluttered my room. Over the past few weeks, I have feared change more than ever. It all started when I was blaring music on the way home from school, as any teenager does, and the song Landslide by Fleetwood Mac came on. I have listened to this song many times, but suddenly the lyrics had a different meaning. Particularly the lyric, well, I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. I started to cry because I really have built my life and who I have become around Polk County. We live in a community that provides constant support and security. Whether you played a sport, were in the band, or any other extracurricular activities, our community always made sure we had what we needed to have every opportunity to succeed. For those of you who attended the senior awards ceremony last night, you might have seen me show up late, sweaty, and wearing my soccer jersey instead of the graduation gown. Last night, I played my last soccer game and finished out my athletic career as a Polk County High School athlete. Many of my classmates have experienced this moment at some point this year. Although it was bittersweet, as I looked into the crowd and saw the support from family, friends, and faculty, I felt a great sense of pride in representing Polk County High School. I realized it's not about the losses or the setbacks, but it's the people who supported us in those difficult moments. Speaking of not being a fan of change, not many of us expected to be sitting in this arena today. We expected to have our graduation on the Polk County High School football field like so many classes before us. Although we won't get to experience walking down the hill and into the stadium with the mountains in the background, I've come to realize that it's not the location that matters, but the people who have shown up tonight to show their love and support. In the same way, we won't miss the classrooms, but we will miss Mr. Barber, who made sure we spent as little time as possible in the classrooms. We won't miss the spiders we found on the floor, but Mr. Burnett, who made it all better with a smile. We won't miss the math tests, but we'll miss Miss Kennedy, who stayed late to give us extra help and encouragement with fist bumps and high fives. No matter what your plans are after graduation, change is inevitable. If any of you are as afraid of change as I am, I encourage you to remember this. Change is scary, but so is staying the same. The truth is, I still don't like change, but I have realized that the reason leaving is so difficult is because this community gave us something so meaningful that it became part of who we are. Maybe now when people say, I can't wait, I will think of it differently. It's not about leaving Polk County behind. It's about taking everything we have learned here and using it in the next chapter of our lives. I would like to say a quick thank you to my best friends, my mom and dad, for never giving up on me. I would not be who I am today without your constant support and love. And of course, thank you, Polk County, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
All day today and all last night, I've been nervously thinking about standing up here and giving this speech. So, I did the best thing and asked Google to give me some advice on how to get over stage fright. It said to imagine everyone in their underwear. I'm not going to do that though because that's super weird. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mason Hudson. You may also know me as Mason67, the senior in the sophomore math classes, the soccer player who used to have luscious locks, or the Eggo Man. I'm often wandering the hallways, and my teachers, I promise it's not because I was trying to skip your class, but because I still can't remember which stairs go up and which stairs go down. In all of my recent scholarship interviews, each organization has asked me the same two questions when trying to understand me and the decisions I've made. The first question always wonders why I decided to switch schools and make the 30-minute voyage up and down the grade each day to go to Polk County High School. To understand why, I often tell the story of a single event that answers this question. It was my first day of school at Polk, and I was starting 10th grade. After being dropped off by my amazing parents, I waited at the student entrance for my club soccer buddies, who I knew previously, to hold my hand and walk me to my first class. As I waited, I heard a sound in the senior parking lot, and I looked down and saw a truck doing burnouts in front of a cop with a kid sitting on a lawnmower in the back in the trailer. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not from the country, because if you saw my grandpa, you would know that this is lying, but this was next level stuff. I loved it. This is the moment when I realized I'd made the right choice by switching schools in search of more opportunities. The second question was whether or not the treacherous drive was worth it and the years of life my mom stressed away because of it. The answer is yes. Sorry, Mom. This year, our school had a deserving, record-breaking soccer season for both boys and girls. This year, we all watched as star athletes in multiple sports gained national attention. We survived the day where a broken fire alarm had our entire school thinking we may freeze to death. And our grade made headlines by pulling the most epic senior prank in school history, when we daringly placed 6 cans of varying types of beans in Miss Bean's parking spot, even leaving some very spooky drawings to go along with it. However, it isn't just these accomplishments and awards that make Polk different. It is the ability for us to laugh at ourselves and make every student feel the Wolverine pride. I've gone from not knowing most of you to desperately wishing that we can all stay connected, because every one of you has had a lasting impact on my life in some way. And I know this journey isn't one only I have experienced, but that all of us have shared. This effort to have fun and appreciate each other is what is so special about Polk County, even beyond our high school, and these attributes are what's going to make us stand out in the next chapters of our lives. No matter what the next chapters hold for us, success is just as much, if not more, about making connections as it is getting good grades. The world needs people who care about what they do and have the motivation to grow communities around them. This is how and why the class of 2026 will be successful. I sincerely thank you all, from the teachers I had, to the teachers I never had, to people who I've only exchanged nods with in the halls, for welcoming me and changing my life. I will forever be proud to call myself a Wolverine, and I know many of us here hold the same pride. I hope that when we walk across this stage in a moment, it won't result in us growing further apart, but growing closer together. I came to Polk feeling like an outsider, and I've left feeling like I'm part of a family. Thank you, Polk County.
Good evening, everyone. For the administration, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lucas Johnson, and I am honored to speak before you today. First off, I want to give all the glory for my accomplishments to God. Without Him, I would not be where I am today. The opportunities we've been given, the strength to keep going, and the people placed in our lives are all blessings that have carried us all to this very moment. 6 years ago, late 2020, during the COVID pandemic, my family made the decision to leave South Florida, the place I had always called home, and start somewhere new. Somehow, we ended up in a small county called Polk County, which is very different from where I came from. And in the middle of this uncertain time, COVID, this community welcomed us with open arms. I know my story isn't the only one like this. Whether you've lived here your whole life or come from somewhere else, Polk County has shaped us all in some way. It's a place where people show up for each other, where support feels personal, where even the smallest moments mean something. To the teachers and coaches, thank you for always pushing me, challenging me, and believing in me, even when I didn't always believe in myself. You didn't just prepare me for college, you prepared me for the rest of my life. I also want to take a moment to thank my family. To my parents, thank you for teaching me the values that guide me in my everyday life. To my siblings, thank you for always keeping me grounded and supporting me along the way. And to my girlfriend, Marley, thank you for the constant encouragement and always being there for me. To my classmates, these past few years have been filled with memories we'll never forget, and now we're all heading in different directions, and every single path represents something to be proud of. In an intro to ethics class I took this semester, we studied Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher. He believed that a meaningful life comes down to 3 simple but important things: having something to do, someone to love, and something to hope for. Looking at this class, I know that each of us has all 3 of these things in different ways, and that's something worth holding on to. Polk County may be small, but it has a heart that is anything but. It's a place that teaches you the importance of hard work, kindness, and showing up for others. Those are the things that will stay with us long after today. As we move forward, I hope we carry those lessons with us, show up, work hard, treat people well, and no matter where life takes you, remember where you came from. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'd like to start this speech by mentioning that this will probably be the longest that most of you have ever heard me speak. But I'm Brooklyn Jones, and although very surprised to be up here, I'm very thankful to be speaking in front of you today. When writing this speech last night, I really had no idea where to start. So I figured I'd start by recognizing the people who got me here today. My biggest inspiration in life has definitely been my mom. Growing up, I always looked at her as the person I wanted to be when I was older. The nurse, the mom, the loving friend, and the kind heart. There was always a certain side of her that would embarrass me when I was younger because she never cared what others thought of her. She always expressed her true self. As I've gotten older, I've realized these aren't traits to be embarrassed of. In fact, these are traits that I have learned to embrace and gain from my mom. Not only has my mom been the best mentor, but she has also been my best friend. Throughout all the hard tests, difficult friendships, or just rough days, my mom has always been by my side to remind me what's truly important. The next person I'd like to recognize would be my dad. If you know anything about my dad, he's definitely grinning ear to ear right now. No matter the situation, my dad has always been there for me and will always be my biggest fan. Whether it's something small like simply cooking my favorite meal on the grill, or something as big as fixing my whole truck after driving a little recklessly. Regardless of the time or place, my dad is always a phone call away. Similarly, my brother has also always been a big role model in my life. Bryson, although very overprotective, has been my best friend through every phase of life. Even though I would have never imagined speaking so highly of my brother 10 years ago today, I simply would not be the person I am today without him. When struggling with the biggest lessons I had to learn in high school, Bryson was always there for me. He made sure to remind me it's truly not that deep. The last people I would like to mention are my grandparents. My nanny and papa are simply the sweetest, most caring people in my life. Although most would say it's because I'm spoiled, I truly believe my grandparents would drop anything the second I mentioned needing them. My grandparents have always taught me to be an honest person and follow the Lord's path, for he will not fail you. When freaking out about writing the speech, my papa reminded me to just share what the Lord has put in my heart. So today, I'm not going to focus on the memories we've made throughout all these years, or the many sad laughs of our high school careers. Instead, today I'm going to speak about looking forward to what's to come. 4 years ago, we entered Polk County High School with big dreams. Some may have been just to graduate. Others may have been to make a certain sports team, gain new friendships, or simply just be successful. We felt that we needed to make high school so memorable because these are the glory days. We focused so much on letting certain things define us because that's what we'll be remembered by. We forgot to remind ourselves that so much of our future is still ahead of us. Don't focus too much on the materialistic things. Instead, remember to focus on who you want to be. We can't let our struggles or accomplishments define who we are. Things like education, social standing, and public appearance aren't what shape us as an individual. It's what we put in our heart and spread outwardly towards others that does. For many of us, looking into the future can be very frightening. Time comes with change and unexpected circumstances. The idea that after today we may never see some of the faces we grew up with can be very daunting. I often have to remind myself that without change, we wouldn't display traits like growth and understanding. I would like to share a Bible verse that has truly led me to follow the Lord and trust his plan for me. You may not understand what I'm doing now, but someday you will. John 13:7. This verse reminds me that although this time of our lives might feel like a roller coaster, God has placed us where we are, and it was not by accident. I want to thank all the faculty here at the high school, Mr. and Mrs. Burnett, for always welcoming me with a smile as I entered school every day. Ms. Bean for always supporting our class and giving us the opportunity to express ourselves and grow these past 4 years. I would especially like to thank Ms. Gilbert for being the best advocate teacher I could ask for. I simply don't know if I would have spoken a word all of freshman year, and I definitely wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for you pushing me to get out of my comfort zone. I want to thank you for the opportunities you have given me through FFA, and for always being there when I needed someone to debrief to. I know many other students can relate when I say that your classroom was truly a place where we could be our true selves. I would also like to thank Ms. Jackson for furthering my love for the medical field. I truly believe CNA class would not have been the same if you weren't my teacher. You always made sure to make us feel like we were at home, and you always assured us that anything was possible. I would like to encourage you all as you leave today to keep in mind your true value of life. Don't let others' opinions define you. Don't change your dream because others put you down, and certainly don't stray from the plan that God has laid out for you. Thank you to everyone who has supported me all this time, and congratulations, fellow graduates of 2026.
Hello, I am Juny Mitchell, and I'm honored to be speaking before you this evening. I hope that as you were driving in today, you took a second to look at these beautiful mountains outside of the Equestrian Center and around Polk County that God has created for us. I think that sometimes in life, we try to rush important events, like graduation, by stressing about the little things, when really, we need to take it all in and embrace this new part of our lives. This new, exciting chapter will take us all down different paths. Some will further their education, start a new career, move away, or even join the armed forces. When I was trying to come up with something to talk about for the speech, I went for a walk down my driveway to get some inspiration. I noticed a weeping willow tree that my mom planted when I was in first grade. She told me it would grow really big and really strong. Well, I thought that meant in a couple of months, so every day I would check outside to see how much it grew. Eventually, this got old, and I kind of forgot about it. Years went by in middle and high school, and I drove past the tree without ever really thinking about it. Too busy worrying about clubs, homework, sports, or literally anything else than a little willow tree. I realized that we can learn quite a bit from a willow tree. The roots represent the people we've clung to throughout the entire journey of our lives. This could be family, friends, teachers, coaches, or even mentors. They are our foundation, and they have developed us into the people we are today. The trunk represents us as students growing up. As we grow older, we become like the trunk of a tree, strengthened by time, experience, and we're able to stand taller because of everything we've been through. The branches represent the new things we learn, like new hobbies, sports, or clubs that we branch out to along the way. The interesting thing about the willow tree is that if you take a healthy branch off of it, place it in soil, it doesn't just survive, it becomes something entirely new. Every place life plants you, every person you meet, every risk you take, and every dream you chase, it all has the power to grow into something bigger than you can imagine sitting here tonight. I would like to say thank you to the people that made me who I am today. Thank you to my friends and family for always being there and showing up for me today. And a special thank you to my parents who pushed me to be the best version of myself and are always there to support me along the way. And to my siblings for always finding a way to cheer me up in the hard times. I would also like to take this time to say that here in Polk County, we are blessed with some of the best faculty. From our amazing agriculture department to the hardworking lunch ladies and every single teacher and staff member between, our school is truly set apart by the amazing staff that has poured into us over the past 4 years. So, like the willow tree, we may not notice our growth every day, but today, we can finally look back and see just how far we've come. Some of you know exactly where you're headed, and some of you don't. And that's not a weakness, it's an invitation. Because some of the most extraordinary chapters of life are rarely the ones we have planned. So grow deep roots, bend without breaking, and never stop reaching. Because the world doesn't need what you know, it needs who you are and who you will become. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Jonathan Toribio Aguirre. Jerry Annalise Allen. William Gunnar Ong. Allison Marie Alvarado. Blake Lucas Anderson. Brinson Walker Ashworth. Khalil Naishim Austin. Sebastian George Azar.
Raylan Judy Bailey. Esmeralda Baltazar Aviar. Carson Jean Bell. Aiden Joseph Billings. Hunter Kenneth Billings. Tristan Gavin Blackwell. Journey Elise Blounce. Catherine Olivia Brown. Jenna Grace Brown. Mariah Ray Buchanan. Mallory Grace Burrell. Peyton Savannah Canby. McKenna Ashlyn Campbell. Jordy Anthony Cano Chavez. Ayana Shade Carson. Madison Kiriana Mary Gail Sehan. Uriel Chavez. Candace Sierra Chestnut. Gerald Van Chinchar. Jerica Lee Foster Clark. Skylar Joseph Koval. Amaya Jade Krask. Madeline Cruz Mejia. Akila Danielle Cunningham. Akila Yvonne Cunningham. Alder Goss Daniel. Mackenzie Ray Davis. Aiden Joshua Denton. Dalton Frederick Dotson. Leah Bethany Dotson. Charlie Ray Doozenberry. Pearson Britton Edwards. William Coleman Elder. Madison Kate Ellenberg. Connor McKee Evans. Carlos Eduardo Frada Ramos de Oliveira. William Gregory Garrison. Casper Lee Gibson. Zoe Adriana Gonzalez Estevez. Cynthia Patricia Gonzalez Tadeo. Marley Elizabeth Greenway. Nikolai Alexander Grooms. Annalise Guzman Mejia. Noah Tanner Harden. Nathaniel Gary Harms. Avery Lee Hensley. William Wyatt Highsmith. Levi Jefferson Hildebrand. Micah Lee Lawrence Hills. Elizabeth Claire Hodges. Bryson Matthew Dean Hoos. Kaylee Grace Howard. Lucas Corwin Hudson. Mason Riley Hudson. Connor Scott Husky. Lucy Boone Hyde. Cannon Fisher Deal Aya Murray. Aaron Jacob Jackson. William Justice Jarrett. Lucas Oliver Gucciardo Johnson. Brooklyn Faith Jones. Cadence Amberlyn Elaine Kay. Colin Mitchell Kilgore. Cade Ryland Bird Lamberson. Taylor Shay Lancaster. Jakeem Marshawn Lipscomb. Christian Dupree Littlejohn. Caitlin Elaine Marion. Julia Marcico. Alex Dwayne Martin. Bradley Cade Martin. Wesley Kane Martin. Naomi Grace Martinez. Zaylen Dominic McCraw. Soraya Gabrielle McIntyre Miller. Bella Marie McKechnie. Tanner Robert McKinney. Gabriel Mahia Chavez. Cooper James Wimberger Meyer. Cameron Allen Miller. Lashai Markel Miller. Olivia May Miller. Posey June Milner. Gabriel Benjamin Mills. Juny May Mitchell. Cameron Blaine Montgomery. Ivy Rain Moore. Autumn Pearl Murphy. Gabriel Nava Chavez. Anna Beth Nichols. Tanner Lucas Osborne. Lena Otto. Reggie Kate Grindstaff Owens. Jonathan Noah Painter. Skylar Hope Parker. Garrett Stevie Pegg. Adeline Sistas Pena. Ashley Pena. Alexander Brown Perry. Chloe Grace Pickett. Brandon Wesley Powell. Janet Ramirez Gonzalez. Adriana Berta Ramos. Talon Jameson Scott Ramsey. Emmeline Faye Rathbone. Shaylin Kelsey Elena Reed. Cooper Edward Rhodes. Peyton Aliana Rice. Dylan Michael Riley. Ryan Anthony Rogerson. Cesar Ivan Rojas Rodriguez. Tatum Elise Rosa. Cameron John Ruff. Andres Isidro Sanchez. Lorenzo Lee Sanchez. Manuela Sanchez. Gabriela Savaya. Raya Sky Schroyer. Aslan Lee Scruggs. Sierra Grace Settles. Abigail Michela Sexton. Donald Cole Sheehan. Kristen Rose Shipman. Curtis Jeremiah Simmons. Delana Diane Simpson. Nolan Lamont Simpson. Owen Marshall Smith. Elijah Dylan Schneider. Ava Brooke Stacy. Isaiah Amon Staley. Chase Harold Stansberry. Bailey Bree Staten. Haley Juanita Suarez. Zuleika Yarley Trejo. Kaya Madison Tully. Blaine McKee Turner. Avery Simone Twitty. DeAndre Charles Twitty. Thomas Riley McClellan Varnador. Amon Jaden Vegas Villarreal. Haven Cheyenne Wilkins. Caitlin Nicole Williams. Isaiah Thomas Wilmoth. Caitlin Mahaley Wilson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Mike Ashworth. I'm the current chair of your Polk County Board of Education. And before I confirm the graduates tonight, I want to take a minute to say, as always, a huge thank you to the Polk County High School faculty, staff, and administration for another great year and another great graduating class. Also, I wanted to say what a true privilege and honor it is for me to be standing here tonight representing your Polk County Board of Education. I have a few things that I want to share, some things I've shared previously, and some things that have been shared previously tonight, actually, by a couple of the speakers, but I still find them to be important in current days and times. And first, there's a Bible verse that I find very fitting for you all as you begin the next phase of your lives. That verse is Proverbs 13:12, and it says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life." And those are just a few words to put into a short verse, but to me, I think there's a lot of meaning behind it. It is essentially saying that you should be sure to chase after your hopes and dreams, because if you do not, it will leave you unhappy. If you are constantly in pursuit of those hopes and dreams, then surely you will be fulfilling your desires, which will help to lead to a happy and blessed life. So first, my encouragement for you all is to always chase after your hopes and dreams. Now, Ms. Doozenberry, this is for you. Second, I encourage you all to go forward in life to embrace change. This is something that is way easier said than done, I know, because truthfully, there are just not many people that like change. One thing I can assure you of is that change is going to be constant and is going to be inevitable. So if you can condition your minds to embrace change, I think it will set you apart from most others. And I also think it could cause you to have a more positive impact on your attitudes and also towards the change itself. And lastly, a bit of a tired old saying, but that is, I encourage you all to work hard and play harder. As I stare at this gray-faced dude in the mirror on a daily basis, I can promise you that your next 30 years are going to go by way faster than you will ever know. Life is going to move by quickly, so take the time to enjoy it. My sincere hope is that you will all be successful in life going forward, but be mindful of the fact that being happy and enjoying life is possibly the most important measure of success. Thank you, and on behalf of the Polk County Board of Education, we wish you the very best. Now, guys, I do want to mention one more thing. I found it kind of odd, of all times, that this year we would end up with a tie and result in 6 honor speakers for this evening. And I guess that really kind of makes me speaker number 7. A total 6-7 kind of moment, am I right? All right. For the parents and grandparents that don't get that joke, please have your kids explain later on. But seriously, guys, we need this graduation to slay, am I right? Here we go, class of 2026. Let's clock it. Will the candidates for graduation please stand at this time? Based on your successful completion of all the requirements for the awarding of a North Carolina High School diploma and the recommendation of the faculty and administration of Polk County High School, by the power vested in Polk County Board of Education, I now declare each of you a graduate of Polk County High School, class of 2026. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You may now join your classes.